Welcome to our episode of Bargain Saturdays, and this week I also decided to take a look at The Prisoner of Dr. Fu Manchu. And for the curious, the previous episode we covered, The Death Ships of Dr. Fu Manchu, was episode 9, and this is episode 1, so we do get a slight intro for one of the main foils against the good doctor, and by good I mean evil, obviously. So, yeah, we get like a short paragraph on his backstory, and I mean short. Like, we don't get anything particularly interesting out of it, just that, he's been transferred to work for so-and-so from so-and-so.
It is my duty to assist Sir Dennis in meeting the delegates and smoothing their clearance by customs, immigration, and health officials. I am John Petrie, Doctor of Medicine and close friend of Sir Dennis Nayland Smith, late of Scotland Yard, and now assigned as Chief of Security for the conference. Through Sir Dennis, I am presently assigned to the Surgeon General's staff.
Like, it's so uninteresting, I couldn't even bother to remember where he said he got transferred from to work with this guy. So, yeah, there's that. We don't get anything really on the origins of Dr. Fu Manchu in this episode, other than the usual bit in the opening about how he's the devil himself, because he just likes to cause chaos and death and destruction.
Black and white, life and death, good and evil. Two sides of a chess game. Two forces in the universe, one magnificent, the other sinister. It is said that the devil plays for men's souls. So does Dr. Fu Manchu, Satan himself, evil incarnate.
So, as far as the episode itself goes, it's basically about the same quality as the last one, in my opinion. Which means it's not that great. I mean, I just don't care that much about any of the characters, because they don't get enough time to really breathe and do anything. Like, the best moment probably from the last, from episode 9 was probably that guy walking in begging for help and everyone just, leaving him to die. It really helps show just how evil Dr. Fu Manchu is, because he's like, yeah, one of my minions died, just is dying, set the place on fire and just leave. We gotta move. We've been, potentially found out. I mean, I guess that's the way Lord Frieza would probably do it too, only he'd probably just blow them up, just like, I need an example. An example of what? Lord Frieza? Boom! To the face. But yeah, in this episode we go with the classic plot line of Dr. Fu Manchu hypnotizing a nurse so she can give a diplomat a shot of, like, I don't know what it was. I don't think they ever even explained what it was in the episode itself, other than spend time trying to find out what it is and telling us it looks like something else, but it can't be that because it wouldn't cause this sort of effect. But what exactly it was, I don't know. At any rate, Dr. Fu Manchu then has the guy kidnapped from his hospital bed, only for him to turn up at the Conference of Nations. Only it's not really the diplomat, it's an imposter that's taken his place, who pretends to have his injuries from when he was a prisoner of war for years during a great war between the Eastern and Western powers. Of course, I have to scratch my head at the fact they have just a diplomat from South America at the World Conference. I'm just like, there's only one nation in all of South America in this story's universe? Or are people just that dismissive of South America that they only got one delegate? I suppose I could look into the background of the series a bit more and maybe figure out, if I should be really offended about that or not. But, yeah, eventually, the imposter diplomat gets found out, and he was there to apparently steal, like, a super radiation shield that is basically, like, thin, lightweight plastic, but can stop radiation of all kinds that would normally take, heavy lead plates to block. Which they demonstrate with, like, a Geiger counter.
Now, there will be no danger, gentlemen, providing you stay where you are. I want you to observe the effect on the counter. Now, the Rutledge radiation shield is, well, it's somewhat like a fast rally in a tennis match. A good player will return the ball, no matter to what part of the court it is put. Well, it is merely a question of having the racket in the right place at the right time. It is light, durable, and easily manufactured. What you see here has the shielding equivalent of many inches of solid lead.
Remarkable demonstration.
Though obviously, since it's a prop, I seriously doubt the plastic shield actually worked. I mean, come on, that'd be ridiculous. Then again, it might work against certain types of radiation, so maybe it was actually working correctly. I mean, there are some particles of radiation that can basically be stopped by like a sheet of paper, so not all radiation is created equally. But yeah, Dr. Fu Manchu fails because the actual diplomat, gets eventually found. Because even though this guy was ordered to get rid of him, he didn't actually kill him, despite being implied that he's going to take care of him permanently. I guess he just left him to rot somewhere helpless, because the shot he was given earlier basically has left him comatose for at least a couple days. So yeah, like Dr. Fu Manchu really needs to get better minions. And we get to find out that he's pretty sexist based on some comments he makes early on in the episode, too.
A woman is eternally unpredictable and can upset the best laid plans. As witness a woman called Eve.
Yes, my lord.
If there is any weakness in my plan, it is because I have made use of a woman.
So, screw him even harder. It's like, geez. But yeah, I just didn't like it that much as an episode. Thankfully, these episodes are pretty short, so I don't get super bored with them usually. They're not as bad as some other stuff I've watched in the past either, so at least I don't feel the need to constantly stop what I'm doing and go do something else to get through it. Till next time, then. See ya.